Here's a really important tip I wanted to give. When it comes to dressing up and finding your style, in the beginning, yes, it's going to be difficult and it's going to take time to like put together entire outfits. The more often you do that, the easier it'll become in the future. The first time you figure out a head to toe outfit, yes, it may take you a while, but then the next time you have to go, you'll be like, oh, hey, remember that outfit I wore last time? You'll be able to just easily get it. And then if you want to, you can just change up one or two elements from it. And then boom, once again, you'll have another like kind of reference to go to in the future. Then you'll be able to just easily throw on an outfit. And so you can go to the grocery store and you will still have it going on.
He had a major breakthrough, and I want to have that too. I want to dress fearlessly. Right now, I'm not. I'm dressing according to what I think goes with the color blue or black or white or gray. So, Reggie, you are amazing. Can you please let us have this conversation with you?
I don't know how special I'd call myself. Thank you. That was such a lovely introduction. Ooh, so where to begin? This is one of my favorite topics. Well, okay, why care about how you dress? Or should you even care about how you dress? And the answer is only if you want to. They're just at the end of the day textiles that we wear over our body. They're supposed to protect us from the elements, and also they're legally required. But some people like sports, some people don't. It's not a judgment value, it just is. There's absolutely no reason anyone should feel pressure to participate in either of them. But clothing, like so many other things, are an expression of who we are, what we like, what we enjoy. And so, why shouldn't we put some thought into how we want to dress? And by put thought into it, it's about what you like, what you are comfortable with. And I think that is a big misconception that people have, the idea of being fashionable versus stylish, and also just what is trendy. I'm going to use big strokes when I talk about these. Fashionable is more about trends, what is in. It is, if one is fashionable, yes, it can mean they are putting in effort and thought, conscious choices into how they look, entire outfits. But in the same way that bell bottom pants, power suits with shoulder pads at one point were fashionable, were in, they no longer are. Style, that is personalized, that's timeless, that is how you intend to dress, however that is. Even if it is something like Crocs and cargo shorts and plain t shirts. And when it comes to style, there's absolutely no rules. It's just whatever you like. What holds people back from dressing how they want to, dressing differently, dressing in a way that may stick out from other people around them? Lots of reasons. But I think the biggest two are that a lot of times we're not taught how to dress. Similarly, a lot of people aren't taught how to cook. And they may end up, when they do cook, they may end up not using any spices or seasonings. The extent of additional flavor could just be ketchup and pepper. Or they may just really not care about cooking and they are perfectly comfortable just ordering out every day. The biggest reason and the most difficult hurdle that people face when it comes to dressing differently, dressing how they want, is external judgments. I think it's almost universal growing up and being self conscious and also being picked on for their minute differences. And of course, we're going to internalize that as we grow up into adults. And even when we're adults, other adults still do things like give us weird looks, comment on us if we dare to dress, for example, a bit flamboyantly. And I don't really have a solution to that. That is unfortunately an issue of confidence, of not giving a damn what other people think. And that is a life skill that transcends so many other areas of life. I'm sure we can all agree on that.
Not being afraid to come out with your style meets shadow work e- because part of our shadow is not wanting to stick out. We would rather people see what we think is the most acceptable thing for people to see. So, what would you say to someone who never learned how to dress, and at the same time they are afraid to be looked at differently? Maybe just an easy step for someone to take who hasn't ever done that before.
Oh, okay. Well, that I think is a lot about desensitizing yourself, getting yourself psychologically and physically comfortable to wearing different things. And there are so many teeny tiny steps we can do to build ourselves up to that. We crawl before we walk, before we run. Where do I even begin with this? Okay, okay. A good place to start is take a singular item. I call it a statement piece that you really like. And by that, you don't even have to wear it outside. Just wear it around the house. See how you again not only psychologically feel about yourself wearing it, how you think you look, but also how it feels too. Just wear it inside and then eventually you'll get the courage maybe to wear it outside, even if it's just to the grocery store. I know. After you are done working on, or at least you have grown more comfortable to just dress a little differently, break out of your box of same things, then it is about figuring out what you like to wear. Because again, like I said, a lot of people aren't taught or don't know what their style is, what they like, what looks good on them. And I liken it to acclimating yourself to getting in a pool. There are two methods. You can jump in the deep end all at once. I don't recommend that. Or you dip your toes in a little at a time and then you get in more and more. I ask simple questions like this: what colors do you like? I love purple. Buy a lot of clothes in those colors. Purple glasses, purple shirt, not technically wearing purple pants. Um, but yeah, you'll gradually build up your wardrobe and you're just going to have a lot of colors that you like that are pleasing to you. Ooh, this next part I actually brought props for. That's why I was a little late. Okay, so not just having colors that you like a lot, which again can be a lot of samesies, a lot of monochromatic things. When it comes to again expanding out a little, the next step is think about what I call staple clothes, basic clothes, like basic t-shirts, socks, even undershirts. I say Don't just get them in black and white. Try to get them in multiple colors. I'll show you. Basic t-shirts, but I have it in purple again. Blue. I didn't buy these all at once. Green. Yellow. There are two more. Orange. And red. Again, the very basic things that we all seem to have. I have a very simple buttoned up collared shirt. I have it in black. I have it in white. Those are colors that go with practically anything. And then if you want a pop of color with them, boom, put one of those simple colored shirts underneath. Same thing goes for socks. Oh, also with all of that, I know that seems expensive. I'm not advocating you go out and just buy a crap ton of clothes. Just keep these in mind whenever you do just so happen to be shopping. Again, when you do need a simple t-shirt, don't always just go for the black or the white. Those colored t-shirts, I remember getting them at Michael's, and I got so many because they were like $2 each. If we are just adding little pops of color to our wardrobes, to our outfits, ones we know we like, we can start by getting other smaller things with colors that we can add to it that you can wear together to look cohesive. So I try to tell people they sell them online and you can probably find them at a lot of basic retail stores. They are multi packs. Ooh, actually, let me go get them. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm really excited about this. So this is a really small way. Again, you can just add color to your outfit. And then again, as you're buying your favorite color, you'll be able to coordinate these things. This one I do consider being kind of extra. Who really takes the time to put in different shoelaces? But as I said, you can buy large multi-packs of shoelaces in different colors. So like, I put them in bags too. It's like blue ones, pinks and reds, orange and yellows. I organize them because I'm just weird like that. And then I can just take the time if I'm wearing something red, boom, red laces. If I'm wearing something yellow, yellow, boom. And again, black and white, very basic colors go with a lot of things. Next one, next one, next one.
I do have a question about something you said before. You talked about figuring out your signature style. How do we do that?
So that's kind of, okay, well, I guess figuring out what your style is, it's what you like. And so, in a way, it is as simple as when you're out buying clothes, when you see something and you're like, oh, that looks cool, that will eventually be your style. And I mean, it's not limited to one thing. For example, I like leopard print. I have a shit ton of leopard print. And I don't just mean clothes. That doesn't mean everything I wear is leopard print. I also have a lot of things that are sunflowers. It's just yours. I wouldn't even say necessarily everyone has a signature style because when I think signature, I think very specific to them. Like, for example, me with leopard print, but that's just because I go through the roof with it, literally head to toe. But when it comes to finding your style, it can be as simple as just saying, what are the kind of clothes that I like? You don't even have to worry about a label or a name for it. As you buy more clothes, and those clothes are the ones you like and aren't just same old basic black and white, navies, browns, whatever, unless, hey, that is your thing, you'll eventually look at your wardrobe and you'll probably see a pattern of some sort. So I did say it was as simple as just going to a store and saying, ooh, what do I like? But then, an issue with that is, again, we can be very hesitant and afraid of wearing different things. And so figuring out what is our style, it can be like building up little by little. What are colors I like? Maybe just finding one thing that's very different that you like, buying it, and just wearing it. Beginning wearing it in the house, then wearing out of the house one day. And, ooh, this actually is a good transition into my next point. When you are buying something, when you are buying that special thing, that statement piece, don't try to think to yourself, do I have something that goes with it? Do I have an outfit this will match? Because if you're thinking like that and holding yourself back, you probably won't ever get it, especially if you're just beginning out. You don't worry so much about when you're shopping completing an outfit. If it's something you like and therefore it's your style, you'll A, naturally pick up something that will go with it, or B, you'll probably already have something and or you'll just make it work with something you have because again, it's your style. It's like ooh, it's like finding similar artists to bands you already like. If that's does that make sense? Is that a good analogy? Okay, fabulous. Okay, so where was I? I was talking about adding a little color to. Ooh, okay. This one, there's also things about just having fun, just having whimsy with how you dress. Um, because again, I love dressing up. Like I have a walk-in closet full of stuff. I literally am running out of space for clothes, but don't take it freaking serious. They're just textiles. Have fun with what you dress and how you dress. Again, it's style, it's about you, it's not what other people think. And honestly, since I started dressing up, people compliment me all the time. And I don't mean to brag. I'll just leave it at that because otherwise I would be bragging. But those big stores like Burlington or Marshall's, specifically for socks, these really just cute, fun socks. I started getting them because I do go to the gym, some very seldomly, but sometimes. And when I'm at the gym, I don't give a damn what I dress. I really don't. But then I was like, if I had the money to buy outfits, I would, but I absolutely don't. And I saw these at the Dollar Tree and I was like, these are so freaking fun and cute. So they had socks. Like, they had ridiculous socks like these with blue and pizza. Or like these really adorable ones, snow people and pizza as well. And then I think these ones, again, I got at one of those stores like Burlington, and they usually sell these bigger, fun socks for also very cheap. And these ones were Pac-Man style. And they just like I said, they're just whimsical and they just make me happy wearing them.
Is it true that you choose the color that you need energetically? For example, orange for protection or red for safety?
Ooh. Oh, okay. That's a very good question. All right. Do I personally? No, I do not dress like that. However, when it comes to color theory, absolutely. And not just for example, protection, also mood. A lot of times I've read people will recommend, they call it dressing for your mood, and they'll recommend wearing lots of yellows if you're trying to like, elevate your mood, feel a bit happier. Perhaps blues are a bit more calming. But I will say I haven't done a deep dive into the science behind it, but I absolutely would not be shocked if the colors we wear and surround ourselves in general absolutely do have a strong effect on our mood, on our being, in general. Whether it is as simple as a, what's it called? Placebo effect. So actually, I absolutely do think that is a freaking great idea.
I don't have the model's body. This is going to show parts of me that I'm uncomfortable with. Sometimes I see my arm fat hanging out or like I feel naked in it. I feel like, oh my gosh, everybody's going to see all of these flaws that I can easily hide under a sweater and jeans or something. But then today I was at the mall and I saw these two women wearing sundresses and like they did not have models' bodies. I was thinking they're just happy. They're just comfortable. They're wearing what they like. Why am I not doing that?
Oh, that is that is so much. If anything, that is worse. But that is so much the issue of being bullied, being picked on, the fear and shame of negative external opinions. Except it's more insidious because it's not just individuals doing that to us. It's not just this universal experience we go through as kids. It is so much the culture, at least here where I live, especially, um, that says there are good and bad, or better and worse body types. And that, when you grow up and are raised and live in that culture, it's not just that you internalize it, it's that you see those type of messaging all over constantly. And that really requires, and this isn't going to be an easy answer, this that really requires constant work of unlearning those beauty standards, and again pushing yourself to not care what others think, because yes, like I said, often, or at least in my experience, as I've been dressing up, people do very frequently compliment me. It's a lot different. For example, changing your body type, changing physical aspects about our body than simply changing clothes. And that sucks. We all have to live in a body, and we all deserve the right to feel comfortable and content in those bodies. And gosh, that's definitely something I relate to. Yes, I saw we had a few messages. Let's see. Let's actually start answering those. Oh, okay. That is all about just finding the boundaries of what you can wear and working within those. So, for example, I remember the rules were that we had to wear collared cotton t-shirts. They could only be the kind that buttoned up at the collar, and I think they had to be solid colors. And so when it's something like that, again, going back very basic, wear the colors you like. Let's see, if it's a corporate job, I've never worked in corporate, but I'm going to imagine perhaps it's wearing shoes in certain colors that you like. Gosh, all of my examples are going to be colors. Um, Simple. Ooh, okay. If you are able to wear any jewelry, you could wear those. And again, we're going the dipping toes in water method. I would say if you're not one who is used to wearing jewelry, begin out with small, simple pieces, see what you like. For example, just a single simple metal, like gold silver chain, maybe simple little stud earrings if your ears aren't pierced. Of course, they have clip-ons. Maybe a ring, and kind of work your way up. And of course, I know in corporate there are going to be limitations for that. So, for example, they may not allow, you can't really see it, the big hoop gold earrings, but it's really just about, okay, what are the rules and what are my options within that, or what can I do within that? If you're the kind that likes to wear brooches, I would imagine wearing brooches in a corporate setting would be very acceptable. Okay, fabulous. All right, next question. I tend to overdress in a costume like way for any occasion. I love that. It's not always appreciated, and some women usually have made unkind remarks. Haters. I'd like to have a response at hand to counter any unkind remark. Nothing nasty, more man of La Mancha come back. I don't know that reference, but I will in a second. Okay. Alright, with a little bit of a read, but it needs to be subtle. Oh. Hmm. Well, you don't want to be mean. That's a little not up my alley. I don't mind being mean. Okay. Ooh, okay, okay. Tell me if this is too mean, but I'm thinking along the lines of I wish I had the courage like you to be so ordinary. No, no, don't shut up. Absolutely not. Hmm. That's what I got right now. Sorry, I'm not good about thinking about reads off the top of my head. Perfect. Oh, okay. Okay, fabulous. I'm glad. All right, next question. Do you pay any attention to fabric content for certain activities, or do you consider that unnecessary? Oh, okay, fabric content. I would not say that is unnecessary. For me, hmm. Okay, in a general sense, I mean, obviously you do have to take that into consideration. If it's quite cold, you will have to wear either more layers or a thicker type of fabric. If it's hotter, less clothes, thinner fabrics, ones that breathe more so. Especially people who may be neurodivergent, they may be made extremely uncomfortable by certain fabrics. And that is again why I would say it's great to test wear something first to see how you literally physically feel. Some things can especially make you feel really itchy. Do I have an example on me? No, I don't. I will say this. Okay, so I never read the tags, like what is this certain fabric made out of? What is the blend? When it comes to me, like figuring out the fabric, it's usually me just feeling them. How does it feel? And when it comes to like judging if I should wear this for this activity or that, the most thought I put into it is okay, how is this? How warm or cold am I going to be in this? And if I start to sweat, how would I feel in this? Because, for example, I have some hoodies, some sweaters where they're not that thick, but because the material it's made out of, if I was sweating, it would feel so gross. Just, I can't really describe it, but ugh. But that's about the extent I would put into it. Now, shoes, on the other hand, that's something very obviously you have to think about, and that those are so important because, especially if you're going to be on your feet all day and walking, you need something that'll give you a lot of support and comfort. Because if your feet are killing you and your back are killing you, no. It is, I mean, I love stylish shoes, but you gotta have function over style when it comes to that. That's the numero uno. I agreed. Okay, beautiful. Next question. Do I live in an urban, pedestrian oriented place? There can be joy in having an audience. Would I consider this urban? Guess. Yeah, pedestrian oriented. Well, I'd say my life is pedestrian oriented just because I don't drive. So I'm walking everywhere or I'm taking the bus. So I do walk, I do pass by people often. As I've grown up, I've become a lot more open to making small talk with people. I won't go up to people, strangers, and just make small talk, but when they do, and often it's because of how I dress, I have no problem with it. Um, and as often as I do get compliments, it still fills me with joy, and I do appreciate and feel honored by the compliments. And I I do feel that, of course, like I said, people are always going to have their opinions, but I feel confident in saying more often than not, when the average person has a style, when you see someone and they're like, oh, they put those together and they put thought into it. They looked at it and they were like, I'm gonna wear that. I'm gonna wear that. They appreciate it and they think it's really nice. They look at it and they see it as being put together and cohesive. Almost, oh, I like this analogy, almost like looking into a home decor magazine and seeing it all set up and staged beautifully.
My yogini asked if we wanted to wear sexy clothes. I completely froze at that. I didn't have any sexy clothes in my closet at all. I decided to just wear whatever I felt comfortable in. Who are we actually trying to be sexy for?
Oh, oh my goodness. That is so complicated. And I do struggle with that general topic as well. Oh, ideal, ideally, I think, I'm not 100% sold on this. Ideally, I think we would want to dress sexy for ourselves, even when it's like in the context of like a date or our significant other, that's it's about wanting to enhance our and their experience. Um, who are we dressing sexy for? But sex appeal, attractivity, so much is also entrenched in the culture we live in and the desire for external validation, not necessarily our desire for it, but how the culture says we should desire it or it's important to receive external validation. At this point in my life, when I think about it, if someone said, "Can you show me an outfit you have that you think is sexy?" I would say I don't have one, but that's because I don't think I'm sexy. But hopefully, and perhaps ideally, it dressing sexy would be about what what invokes that feeling in us. What do we think a person that we want to be with, that we want to attract, what would please them? If that makes sense. Because it's not just about pleasing everyone, anyone. It's about pleasing who we desire specifically.
Another question. My husband had to wear a suit to work and felt really uncomfortable doing so. That was his reason for quitting the job. He said he wouldn't be himself.
Oi, 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 oi. Again, that is something I relate to so much right now because I hate jobs with constraining dress codes. And for me, that really limits me because I have a lot of facial piercings. Oh, I would say again, unfortunately, that is an issue of the culture and simply the world we live in where we absolutely do deserve the right to dress how we desire and to be comfortable in ourselves But at the same time, we do have to face the reality of needing a job, and sometimes the job we desire that will allow us to express ourselves more authentically are not always available. But when it comes to wearing suits, I very much relate to that. I hate suits. I'm never going to wear a suit. I will go to a funeral and will not wear a suit. If I mean you can pay me to wear it and I'll take the money and I'll wear it, but I'm not going to wear a suit. Ugh, gross. That's how I feel about a lot of things. I would love to see some of your favorite pieces and what drew you to them. Ooh, no, that's not too time consuming. I have a few of them right by me. Oh, my favorite. Okay, how much time do we have? We have a few minutes. Okay. Ooh, okay. Give me one sec. Let me go get it. Okay. This one, it's like a really long coat, and it's just a real fuzzy, furry, like neon colored leopard print one. Why do I like it? I love leopard print. Like, see, tattoos of it. My couch, even my rug. I have shoes, bandanas, hats, etc., etc. Why do I like it? Because it's just so freaking loud. It's loud. I already have, I just, well, no, it's loud. I don't have a lot of neon colors. It's loud. It's like warm, but it's not super hot. I love leopard print, and it was for a good price. Alright. Something else I like is I think this is technically a women's dress. I know it's a women's, but I think it's technically a dress, but I kind of just wear it as a shirt. That's not a good view. There we go. It's leopard print stuff. I have a shit ton of it. Why do I like it? Because it's thin and just really flowy, so it's great to wear in the summer. And it has a lot of color. I love just well saturated clothes. I hate like lights, colors, pastels. And then this last one is like this. So it's a long sleeve black shirt with a hoodie. It's very thin and it has gold whatever designs on it. Why do I like it? Because it's like flowy ish. There's still like room. If I need to, I can wear longer sleeved shirts, multiple layers under it, so I can still wear it when it's a bit colder. And I love the color black again. It's really universal, and I wear a shit ton of gold, so a lot of my jewelry goes with it. So yeah, those are some of my favorites. That's my philosophy when it comes to how I dress and just style. I think of my body as a canvas, and it goes beyond the clothes I wear and the jewelry and body piercings, and it includes like tattoos I get, but also I can see you coming and going. Oh, thank you. I think of it as like a canvas that I get to display my internal world onto. And it's fun. I was really honored to be asked for this. And I think the world, or at least where I live, could definitely use some more color. I would love to see just people just dress a bit differently. I'm tired of seeing beiges and navy blues and navy greens and browns and tans.
He took me shopping one time and picked out, like, had me go in the dressing room. He just walked around and he was like, listen, this and that. And oh, it was such a fun experience. Do you put wardrobes together for people?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Go on a website, put together like a wish list, putting things in their cart, and then I can like go through it with them and we can talk about things. And they can also like send me pictures, or like we can jump on a video like this and they can show me like some things in their wardrobe.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that with you.
Well, you can always message me through the email as well.
The support at moonwelltodo.com.
Correct.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, Reggie. Thank you for coming, everyone.
Thank you all for being here. It was an absolute pleasure.